Beyonce and Jay-Z, it seems like Jay-Z has retained a criminal attorney
and
a divorce attorney. I haven't heard anything about Beyonce getting an attorney yet, but I'm sure she has. But she always keeps her stuff like wrapped up,
girl.
So we don't know. But it would not surprise me because apparently Jay-Z is the only one who is allowed to call Diddy by his legal name. His mom and Jay-Z are the only two people who can call him Sean Combs. Okay. And that's how close their relationship is. Which, I don't know how close that is because he slapped his mom allegedly, so I don't know what honor that is. But I do feel that.
Among thieves in terms of him and Jay-Z.
Apparently they are.
Remember, Jay-Z was very tight to R. Kelly too. They were very good friends. Jay-Z, I don't know.
I don't know what's going on with Jay-Z.
Wrapping himself with some very, 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 very
shiesty characters.
Jay-Z, I just wonder what's going on with you. Beyonce, you better take out your little microscope and listen, maybe it's time for you to put down the CBD gummies that you were talking about, and you need to take a really close look, okay? I'm not even playing any games, okay?
I love Beyonce, and I want the best for Beyonce.
Who, because listen, I've dealt with a lot of pain. I still deal with a lot of pain. But as someone who, doctors were telling me, look, we can, subscribe medicinal marijuana for you, okay? Like, that was on a regular basis, like literally pleading with me. This is going to help you and whatever. I just had to be like, something? We have an addiction problem in my family lineage, okay? We are easily addicted to stuff, okay? I'm already in all of these drugs. I don't want to also have a marijuana issue, medicinal or whatever. I will manage the pain as best as I can, but marijuana is not going to be one of the things that I do, no, okay? No matter how many times they offered it. And I know that, I did, hear allegedly that Beyonce, this is something that she does, that she kind of promotes. But I feel as though it kind of takes you to a space that it makes you very lax with your life about what's going on. It kind of fogs up your clarity a little bit. And so this is why I'm telling you, put that down right now. Yeah. This is the time to put it down. You got to put it down for a few days. And sometimes that's what I do, even now with my medications. Sometimes I put it down for a while because I found out one of my medication causes rage issues, causes thoughts of suicide. And so there are times when now it's like I'll have one today and maybe I only have some for 3-4 days.
That's if you're still doing it, because we don't know
so
if she still is.
What I'm saying to you though is this: put it away, Beyonce. You should be the one to file, not Jay-Z.
Yeah,
that's fine. The fact that he is filing and you are not filing, don't let him be the petitioner of a divorce. Even if you guys are doing it for your assets and division and whatever, to make sure that your assets are not touched, so that you can leave the legacy for your children. Don't let him fool you into thinking that him as the petitioner, you're going to come out on top. You don't know when he might change. You see the kind of shady characters he be hanging around with who are his best of friends. And yes, you can love your husband, but you still got to be wise as a woman. You be the petitioner of that divorce. Okay? And say, yes, baby. Yeah, we're doing it for the division of assets, but I'm going to go ahead and file. You go ahead and do the criminal parts because that has stuff to do with you, maybe. But I will go ahead and get a divorce attorney.
Allegedly.
Okay? That's what I want you to do, Beyonce. That's my advice. A 50-something-year-old woman. That's my advice to you. Your mother probably will give you the same advice. Well, your mother seems to really like Jay-Z. Sometimes mothers, they might not give the best advice. But that's just me looking on the outside looking in.
I do think
You be the petitioner for that divorce. Don't allow that man to go get a divorce against you. Okay? Because that's exactly what it is.
My thing is because we don't know, but I do feel like if Beyonce is going to, they're going to get a divorce simply because of this whole Diddy thing. We don't know if Jay-Z has done any criminal activities. He has been mentioned a lot. There's a lot going on in the rumor mill, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
I think it would be wise for them to get a divorce, even if they don't. Even if they're still married and they're still together,
and they love each other.
That's fine.
I think. Yeah.
But I do think it is good that they divorce and they separate their assets, because my thing is we don't know if Jay-Z has been doing criminal activity. There have been rumors about him for years and stuff like that. And you don't want to go down. I know she might be thinking, oh, look, he has more money than me. I'm going to come out on top regardless. I have 3 kids with him. No. That don't mean that, really. That's not a guarantee.
No.
And we also don't know if he has been paying for lawyers on the side and his money has dwindled. We don't know.
And then right away start taking him for child support. So that and that could be an asset that he's giving to you too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the trust and all the children's trust and all that stuff, let it be with you. You know what I'm saying? All that, put all of that stuff with you. Separate it completely. It doesn't mean that you don't like him. It doesn't mean that you don't trust him.
It doesn't mean you don't stand by him.
Okay? And if he tries to come up at you why do you want to petition now? Instead of me. Do you not trust me? You should be like, just as I trust you when you brought it, I'm switching it so you should trust me. And if he's even asking you those kinds of questions, he's trying to gaslight you, girl.
Yeah, I feel like
you just have to be wise.
You have worked so hard. You have such an amazing legacy that so many people look up to, and I don't want to see her go down with Diddy and Jay-Z and whatever the case may be. Now, we all know Jay-Z record ain't clean. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce's is more clean. I would like to see her come out on a good side and not be dragged down with it, because as you guys can see, everybody around Diddy is catching a stray. Everybody catching a stray. I don't want to see Beyonce catch a stray.
This is just the second character who has done this crazy demonic stuff.
Yeah.
This is the second character who happens to be Jay-Z's best friend. This is the second person. So with that, it's kind of like, what are you waiting for? For him to be with a third person that is a monster, allegedly? And, so I will say yes. But don't let him be the petition. Don't let him do it. You do that.
That's all we came on here to say.
That's it. That's all we came, to give. We give advice to a lot of people.
But we really do wish you all the best, and we say this out of all the love and respect for you, Beyonce. Mm-hmm. And I really do hope Jay-Z ain't guilty of anything, because at the end of the day, this is the father of your children. Yeah. This is your husband. We don't want to see y'all go down, whatever. Yeah. But if Jay-Z is guilty, he should make sure that his kids and his wife are protected, and have enough respect for his wife, who has worked very hard with her reputation and her career. He should do right by her and do the right thing. That's literally it.
I really hope that Jay-Z is not guilty.
I really do, because that would just be so sad.
Maybe he just happens to be with these people.
I just hope he wasn't participating in nothing crazy. I really hope, and I hope he wasn't doing no criminal activities.
I can't, because I remember there was a book that was written, and he was not very nice to some lady. Remember that lady, the video vixen, who wrote that book?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that book. I remember. Yeah,
Allegedly. Matter of fact, I put allegedly
I read that book, though. I did read that book myself.
Yeah.
I read that book, the Video Vixen book, the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, and I actually believed her. I did. I believed what she said. She was the one, I think, who spoke about Lil Wayne and saying that he was a very nice individual. And even though a lot of these guys in the music industry and not just in the music industry, but even athletes and stuff treated her badly, Lil Wayne treated her nicely. I remember that.
Yeah, me,
Yeah.
you know, I just felt like, you know, me as a woman, even if I was out here dipping and doing it, you will never see me come and write a book about it. So I didn't feel like there was any reason for her to lie, especially because she wrote a whole book about all the people she had stuck with in the industry. I would not lie. Like,
And
why
it
would
wasn't
I
her only
want that
book.
on
She
me?
wrote a second book, but then I was in a separate place in my life that I was just like, oh, okay. I mean, once you read the first book was quite a bit, but I was very proud of her that she did it. I was very proud of her that she, you know, because when you do that, she was one of the first to do something like that. I really admired the strength that it must have taken to write that, because in writing that, she came out of that shape.
Yeah.
And people making up stories about her. Because
She
I think
took
at
her
that
power
time,
back, I guess.
yeah, I think because at that time she had just had a son. Yeah,
Yeah.
she had just had a little boy.
I think she said
and so
Shaq's
she
son was like what, 2
wanted-
inches? I think she said Shaq's son was 2 inches or something. I
You
can't
know,
remember.
I can't remember. I'm the one who told you about the book. You act as though you read that book.
I didn't read it, but I'm just recalling what you told me about the book. And I think she said Shaq was the smallest and the sweatiest or something like that.
No, she talked about he sweat. But,
Okay.
you know, he wasn't as allegedly, he wasn't as endowed as you might have thought that he will be because of his height and because of his foot size. Remember, back in the day, they used to say, depending on how big your foot was, that's how your member was.
I feel like that has
I,
been
as a
debunked.
nurse, actually knew that ain't true. I
Yeah.
just knew that is absolutely not true at all. At all. Sometimes the ones who are actually, just sidebar, the ones who are well endowed actually are probably the slimmest ones and the average height or even shorter ones. And when she was talking about in her book, yes, it was also surprising the person who was actually the most endowed. So that was very interesting. But anyway, it's a very interesting book. I mean, if you guys want to go back and read the Video Vixen series, I know it's more than one book, but the first book was very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. It was a good read.
Anyway, y'all, we'll
Yeah.
see you guys on next video. And good luck, Beyonce. We wish you well and smart decisions ahead.
I know, it would be such a shame, Jay-Z. It would be such a shame.
If you were out here in these streets dipping
You
and
have a
doing it.
beautiful woman like Beyonce.
Gorgeous kids.
I have no idea. You have all this money and all this, you know, different things that you're doing. I have zero idea why you're even hanging around odd places and doing
Yeah.
all kinds of odd things to the point that you allow yourself to be videotaped. Like, let's not see you on any videotape.
I mean, LeBron just went there for the drinks, and he's now going to probably be on tape. Talking about there ain't no party like a Diddy party and probably dancing.
He's already on tape. They already have him on tape about ain't no party like a Diddy party. Apparently, a lot of people went out saying stuff like that.
But, you know,
This
I
is
don't
why
think...
I say you cannot be out here looking up to anybody. You just cannot be.
My thing is
out
also
here.
you shouldn't be around people who have rumors about them, suspect characters. Because where there is smoke, there is mother effing fire.
But you know something? Diddy had done. Let me tell you something. Even myself, I'm not even a party person. People who know me, I'm not a party person. I'm not. I mean, I'm the first one to try to get the hell up out of a party.
Same.
Than anything like that, okay? I like to go do my quick dancing, enjoy myself. I love to dance. But after that, like,
I'm going home.
I'm going home. I only came here to dance. But even me, with me who don't even like parties like that, I used to look at, you know, Diddy promoting his white party, you know,
It
wearing
looked
the
like it
white
was
dress,
fun.
right? It seemed like fun. Even for me, I was like, oh, you know, I remember, you know, not now, but back in the day, I was like, oh, that would be a really nice party to go to. It seems like a lot of fun. You put on your white dress. It seems as though everybody who was everybody
Was there.
was there, right? So I can see, I mean, even when, you know, I would see LeBron come out, you know, those of you who know I love LeBron, when he come out and say, ain't no party like a Diddy party, I was right here with him too. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. I've never been to a Diddy party. Ain't nobody know my name. Even LeBron himself don't know who I is. But I was like, ain't no party like a Diddy party. I've never been to a Diddy party. But I was there also doing it too. So I can only imagine how celebrities got caught up in that,
Yeah.
right? But that it don't mean that because I was there with a drink in my hand.
I was taking...
And look, Diddy was next to me doing all this. I'm sorry.
my
Are you
ear.
okay? I'm sorry.
My ear piercing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you
No,
okay?
but yeah.
Yeah, but you know how Diddy, are you okay? I really
No.
okay. Your poor hands. I'm sorry, babe.
No, I just cleaned my ear piercings
I'm sorry.
yesterday.
But you know how Diddy stayed doing this to everybody. He went around to everybody who was anybody. He needed to have his hair
I
like
think
this.
they said that he
and
licked some
do like
man's
this.
ears, though.
Like he loved doing this to everybody. So
Especially
it's like,
the men.
so unfortunately, if you were at a Diddy party, you had.
You want tape, boo. You want
I
tape.
even saw one. I saw one with Beyonce looking at him as though he was a leper, looking at him like this. She had leaned herself, gangster leaned herself all the way like, get away from me. What the hell you want?
Well, that's
And he was there trying to talk to you. She had like these red braids on, like.
I remember when Kim was sitting next to her, she acted like that would not even exist.
So, at least Beyonce, you have a tape like that, looking at him with not disgust, but just
Distinct.
okay.
Anyway, y'all.
But yeah, anyone who went to that party, unfortunately, oh
you
my
don't
goodness.
take, boo. But we'll see you guys on the next video.